It was a small house. A young couple lived there with their little daughter. The baby was only 21 months old. Money was always a problem. The father worked long hours, doing whatever jobs he could find. One morning, he left early for work like always. His wife stayed home with the baby. But that day, something was different. When the father returned home that evening, the door was locked from the outside. He knocked. No answer. He pushed the door open slowly. Inside, the house was quiet. Too quiet. Then he heard it. Crying. His daughter was sitting alone on the floor, crying and hungry. There was no food. No note. No mother. She had packed everything and disappeared. Just like that. The father stood there in shock, holding his crying child. Angry. Confused. Heartbroken. But life had to go on. Years passed. Raising a child alone was not easy. Then one day, he met a woman named Ella. Ella was a nurse. Kind. Calm. And very different from the life he had been living. She came from a wealthy family and had a stable career. But the most surprising thing was this: she loved the little girl as if she were her own. When they got married, Ella didn't treat the child like a stepdaughter. She treated her like her first daughter. She paid for her school, took care of her when she was sick, supported the whole family. Eventually, Ella had 2 more children with the father, but she never treated the first girl differently. In fact, many people in the community believed Ella was the girl's real mother. They would call her Mommy Catherine, and Ella would just smile. Years later, Catherine entered the university. Everyone was proud of her. But there was something nobody knew. For 3 years, Catherine had been secretly speaking to someone. The woman who abandoned her real mother, and no one in the family had any idea. At first, it started with a single message, then another. Soon, Catherine and the woman who gave birth to her were speaking often. Phone calls, private meetings, secret visits. Her father knew nothing. Ella knew nothing. And Catherine never told anyone. Years
Catherine, honey,
passed.
what are you looking
Then one evening,
Everyone, we're
Catherine
engaged.
made a big
Oh my gosh,
announcement. I'm
congratulations.
getting married.
Wow, that's
The
fantastic news.
house exploded
Congratulations.
with excitement.
Oh, honey, I'm
Ella
so
was the
proud.
happiest. She
This is
immediately started
amazing.
planning everything:
Congratulations. We
the
knew you could do
venue,
it.
the dress, the decorations, the food. She paid for almost everything, just like she had done for Catherine's entire life. But a few weeks before the wedding, Catherine said something unexpected. My mother will be coming to the wedding. The room went silent. Her father looked confused. Ella said nothing. Then Catherine added another sentence. She will sit as the mother of the bride. Everyone turned slowly toward Ella. But Ella simply smiled gently. If that makes you happy, she is welcome. Finally, the wedding day arrived. The hall was beautiful. Guests filled every seat. The music played softly as the ceremony began. The biological mother walked confidently, greeting everyone like she was the bride's true mother, shaking hands, smiling, even accepting compliments. She walked through the hall, radiating pride, acting as if this was her day too. Meanwhile, Ella remained seated, calm and composed. A gentle smile rested on her face as she watched quietly, letting the biological mother take center stage. Then the master of ceremonies spoke into the microphone. Can the mother of the bride please come forward? Ella stood up, but suddenly, another woman stood up too. The entire hall froze. Whispers spread across the room. 2 mothers, only 1 seat. Everyone waited to see who the bride would choose. The hall was silent. People whispered quietly, which one is the real mother? The bride slowly walked toward the 2 women. One woman had given birth to her. The other had raised her. She held both of their hands. Her voice trembled as she spoke. This woman gave birth to me. She pointed to the woman who had left her. Some guests nodded. Then Catherine turned to Ella.
But this woman
gave me a life. Tears filled the room. She continued.
One carried me for 9
One
months.
carried me for 9 months. The other carried me for 20 years. The biological mother lowered her eyes. For the first time, she understood the weight of those words. Catherine then gently held Ella's hand and walked her toward the special chair.
Mom, this seat belongs to you.
This seat belongs to you. Ella burst into tears. The guests began to clap. The biological mother quietly returned to sit among the guests, not as the mother of the bride, but simply as someone who once gave birth. That day, everyone in the hall learned something important. Being a mother is not only about giving life. Sometimes it is about staying.